What's good? Happy Tuesday. Lucky Lefty Podcast, Anora Boys. We are in the building. We are brought to you by Anora Whiskey, AnoraWhiskey.com. It is that premium American whiskey, AnoraWhiskey.com. Courtesy of Bleav Network, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Presented by FanDuel. X, TikTok, Instagram, and Lucky Lefty Pod. Subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you hit the thumbs up for us because it truly indeed helps with the views. And leave your comments and questions because we respond to all. We are the home of the misguided passion, for sure. And after another celebratory tap spirit of Anora whiskey, you got to make sure you drink
responsibly.
Let's get it.
Is it lagging?
Lucky Lefty. I am Shaun Davis, SD2 mics. That dude. That dude, the original Lucky Lefty himself, MALIK ZAIRE.
That's right.
We are brought to you by Anora Whiskey, AnoraWhiskey.com. It is that premium American whiskey, AnoraWhiskey.com. Subscribe. Lucky Lefty Podcast on YouTube. Leave your comments, questions, and make sure you hit that thumbs up. And then on top of that, right now, over at LuckyLeftyPod.com, you can get all of your Lucky Lefty merch. Black Friday sale starting early this weekend. Exclusive merchandise over at LuckyLeftyPod.com. Left, you've been spending your entire day arguing with college football fans, specifically Miami fans, and I don't even know why you're wasting your breath. I don't even know why you're wasting your time. I don't even know why Notre Dame fans are wasting their time.
Because the crying matters. The crying matters because they were riding this coattail after week 1 Super Bowl like they were just some team of destiny. And then they lose late in the season twice out of 3 losses. I don't understand how they think that winning the Super Bowl in week 1 carries you through the whole season. So I don't understand. I mean, if that's the case, won the Notre Dame Super Bowl, they should have packed it up and said, "This no win is greater than this, and because of this golden ticket, we got to ride into the sunset. No matter if we lose, no matter when we lose after this, it don't matter." And that's essentially what they're saying. Because my thing is, what about Georgia Tech, who actually is the standing leader in the ACC? What about Louisville? Louisville saying, well, we beat y'all, so why are y'all barking like y'all need to be anywhere nice? SMU saying, we beat y'all too. Why are y'all chomping at the bit of being, y'all ride this Notre Dame thing like it's the golden ticket? And then the other thing is, why y'all got to talk about us? Leave us out of it. If y'all so good, y'all should have been in the top 10. We worried about 10 and up. 10 and up. Don't be trying to throw our name in there and be like, well, Notre Dame. No. Y'all got the Super Bowl in week 1. We already gave y'all the number 2 spot in the country after the Super Bowl y'all beat us in. We already did the service for you. It's up to you guys. We didn't say y'all couldn't be number 2 after y'all beat us. We didn't say y'all couldn't stay undefeated after y'all beat us. We didn't say that. We didn't say y'all couldn't go keep winning after that. And we didn't say y'all had to lose to Louisville and SMU late. We didn't say that. We gave y'all the number 2 spot. Okay, you got it. Y'all couldn't sustain it. That's not on us. That's y'all already cashed the check in. The check was cashed in when y'all was talking smack. number 2 in the country because of Notre Dame. Y'all cashed it in. And then y'all got fat belly. Start hanging out at the clubs because y'all was ranked number 2. Y'all was saying we beat Notre Dame. Nothing else matters. And then y'all slip up to Louisville. Then y'all slip right back up to SMU. And then y'all come hollering talking about, well, why are we? Notre Dame's in? Yeah, well, we took care of business. We said that we will get better as the season gets on, not worse. You guys got worse as the season got on. And Carson Beck got his money, guys. Carson Beck wants a check. That's how it goes. He got his check. He won the Super Bowl at Notre Dame. Y'all hyped him up like he was the next Vinny Testaverde. He was better than Cam Ward. He was the answer for the playoffs. He was the secret weapon. So I don't even think y'all can win the last 2 games. How about that? Now we done softened up Pitt for you. We done softened them boys right on up. You do what you want with them because we done spit them up, made them, chewed them out, spit them out. They all broken up. We done scared Pat Narduzzi before the game practice started. So, he's cooked. They're cooked. But can you win the next week? Can you win this week? Y'all focused on us. Can y'all win this week? This is what we say, living in the past. They want to bring up, oh, we beat you guys. They play at the old ESPN footage of the great Canes. All I'm going to say is, are you going to watch Notre Dame from Cancun or Coral Gables on the first round of playoffs?
Oh, you done, Left? I cleared the runway.
Yeah, that was it. I don't understand. I don't get it.
Oh, man.
It's upsetting that they just think that this Notre Dame just can ride them into the team of destiny. That's why I'm like the Notre Dame STEMI package, which is keeping USC alive with Kenny Urlacher. You're welcome. Mike Mickens should get a fruit basket for Christmas coming up. We just STEMI packaging everybody. And yet they love to you can't cash a check twice. Maybe y'all shouldn't have been ranked number 2. Y'all should have held on to that Notre Dame ticket until now. But just like NIU, so eager to accept the first offer, he literally skipped a week of practice the next week to go on tour talking about beating Notre Dame. Who does that? So all I'm saying is that Mario Cristobal is going to need a crystal ball to get Miami into these playoffs because I can't call it. They're not even the best in their own conference. What do we do about that? Now, I heard the Big Ten crying about, guaranteeing teams in the SEC, but the ACC has no leverage when it comes to complaining to the powers that be because they've always been the little brother and the stepchild and the cousin that nobody likes. I mean, we're just 35-7 in the conference. I mean, no big deal. And the tears. Because I just remember them talking so much trash. Oh, you guys are frauds. Oh, we beat you guys. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Bang. What is it? Jeremiah Love didn't do this and that. Well, he's about to win the Heisman. At least be in New York. Where's Mark Fletcher at? Where's his mic? I like Malachi Tony though, but wasn't enough. Y'all got him playing quarterback, receiver, running back. Not enough. And then the other thing is, y'all begging so hard to be a first-round exit. Just to be a first-round exit, that's how bad y'all want it. Because who are y'all beating in the top 10? Because if y'all played us again, a healthy us, because y'all love playing CJ Daniels one-handed catch against hurt Christian Gray, but I don't think that they want to see us again. I think you're on mute.
I said that catch was against Leonard Moore, just to be factual. Yes, I can hear you. That catch was against Leonard Moore, to be factual.
Oh, okay. Even worse. Oh, y'all think y'all want to see that again? Come on, man. These guys are crazy.
So on today's show, we left. He's lathered up. It's really a clear runway for Left all show today. He's going to break down film on the Notre Dame offense and what is going to stabilize this Notre Dame passing offense so that it can be effective and effective enough to go on a long run in the college football playoff. So Left is going to break down the film, some plays from Saturday's big time win, 37-9 over Pitt, and a four-star athlete who is committed to Penn State is on an official visit in the month of November to Notre Dame. He visited for the Navy game. He plays running back. He plays wide receiver. He plays safety. Reportedly runs a 4.35. And so we'll give you some tidbits and we'll watch his film to see what's really good about Max Sieg, four-star athlete, currently committed to Penn State, ties to Alabama, ties now to Virginia Tech because of the hiring of James Franklin. But he's on an official visit for the next 2 days in South Bend, with signing day being literally 2 weeks away on December the 3rd.
All we need to know with that is, does Mike Mickens approve or not? Because whatever he say, I'm good with. You know, if he's like, okay, if we want him, we can do without, then we can do without. I'm good with it. We're the prize.
Oh, for sure.
Secondary.
For sure. The 26th class is already top 5. If they add him, it's just the cherry on top of everything. It's like they don't need him. The defensive back haul is immaculate. Top 3 in the nation.
Yeah, we just we're eating good over there.
Oh, eating real good.
That's a get in line over there. It's like, hey, we just fall in line, just if you get blessed with this golden ticket, you might as well. I don't understand the options. What are the options? If you get offered at Notre Dame, quarterback,
wait a minute.
O-line,
we were about to transition.
Or secondary right now.
Left. Somebody wants to talk to you, my brother. This is about to be fun. Left, somebody wants to talk to you, bro. Let me bring him in.
Hey, boy, it is great right now, man, to be a Miami Hurricane. Shout out to all them Irish fans out there. I appreciate y'all as well, man. What up, you two?
Hey, man.
You see the news? Fan
base. What news?
You saw the news. You tweeted at me.
Didn't I tell you 2 weeks ago what was going to happen?
Bruh, when you the pipeline here in Chicago, bruh, like,
no way.
I'm just saying, man, cats, it's hard not to.
Bad connection.
Listen, how crazy is it to think about where both universities were from the week 1 to where they are right now, right? I mean, think about and they both have the opportunity to end the season with 10-2 records. I mean, it's crazy. But to see I give a lot of credit to Notre Dame and do what they've done. And totally different looking football team than week one and how they've grown. So I give much props to see what they doing over there, man. You already know how I feel.
Yo, Malik has been into it with your Canes fans all day long on social media, bro. I think we lost JP for a second. He's probably in the studio down at WGN getting ready for tonight's show. You got me, love? Man, everybody's dropping off right now. Lucky Lefty podcast, guys. So hopefully maybe JP will jump back in. That's a former Miami Orange Bowl MVP.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Left.
Oh my goodness, man. I done missed it because my connection or something. I'm over there trying to, man, dang, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if he can come back. But no, he was giving Notre Dame props, bro. He said Notre Dame was a totally different team than week one. He was like, yo, that's a totally different team. But recent news just broke. The number one player in the state of Illinois, Gavin Mueller, tight end that Notre Dame talked to early in the process. He committed to Coach Prime in Colorado. And the kid plays 10 minutes from Jared's house.
Oh, wow.
So, and he's mentoring Jared's son, who plays quarterback and
look at that,
point guard and all of that. So I knew 3 weeks ago that this flip was coming. That's why I put the tweet out with the eyes and tagged him. Like, I see you, bro. I see you. Low key, I'll keep it a buck. Low key, JP was the one that started the Justin Scott thing to Miami. No, I know. No, it's not probably. I'm telling you. he literally said he's the Chicago plug to Miami on Lucky Lefty podcast. He literally just admitted on Lucky Lefty podcast that he is the Chicago plug to Miami, which I've been trying to forewarn everyone that would listen that was the case. Like
everyone that will listen.
Yes, you better start taking Miami serious in Chicago because they have a serious plug. A very serious plug.
Serious plug.
Jay Grizz said, keep JP away from Mount Carmel then. JP doesn't come south or downtown, bro. He doesn't go past Roosevelt Road. That's the last thing I'm worried about. Roosevelt Road is where St. Ignatius is. That's as far south as he goes. So I'm not worried about him getting to Mount Carmel over on the south side. Lucky Lefty podcast. So he said he might try to jump back in. He dropped his signal. There he is. There he is. Okay. All right, Left. There you go.
Wait, Malik,
That's
man.
it.
Malik, stop. You don't need to be arguing with nobody, man. For what?
We need it because they were chirping. Oh, we're gonna go all the way. Oh, we shut down Notre Dame.
Malik, guess what? You know this better than anybody. It comes down to you can talk all you want to talk, but if you fumble the bag, that's on you.
That's what I'm saying. You got to win late. You got to. You can't just be losing in October and November. What do you mean?
It's hard, man. It's really, really hard, and I think that's what you can talk all you want to, but when you have games where you gotta step up. The SMU game, like you gotta take care of business. I literally yeah, and it to me it speaks volumes to both teams and where they are. You know where my allegiance is, but I always give credit to where credit's due. And it's hard, especially when you have a lot of expectations going into a season and everybody is patting you on your back. Things don't go the way that you were expecting them to. And then everybody outside of your locker room is talking trash, and you got to figure a way out to be able to pick up the pieces. Marcus Freeman, to me, it speaks volumes to what kind of coach he is to be able to figure it out and to have that belief in his guys to be able to say, listen, all that stuff we got to forget about. We got to worry about the task at hand and what's in front of us. That's sometimes hard to do when you already think that your future for the playoff is in jeopardy at some point, right? To figure it out, like you have to, you that to me speaks to what kind of team you have. So, I mean, plus you probably got the best player in the country running the football, dog. Like straight up. As a running back, bro, it's y'all got something, man.
So before I let you get out of here, JP.
Yeah, your boy, yeah. Go, what you guys for me, dog?
You know what? I'm gonna make you answer this honestly.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Is your squad coming out of the ACC? Are they winning the ACC championship?
I believe so. I do believe that. I believe that when you see the I was down there this past weekend, and I'm NC State. I understand. I get it. You got to play who's on your schedule, but there is a different vibe now. And just talking to Michael Irvin, the guys that have been around, Mike feels that way just by being around and seeing it. So yeah, I think they got a good opportunity, but who knows? You got to keep winning. It ain't given to nobody. Like you got to win, man. And that's how I feel. I'm like, it is so hard. And Malik and we've all seen it. That's why when I think about, back in the old days, man, it was like, oh, you couldn't lose one game, bro.
Right.
You couldn't lose one game, bro. Like you had to. We went through that. The year before we won, we lost one game and kept us out. Like, yo, that you talk about stressful. Now you can lose two and still find a way to get in and get a have an opportunity. So you gotta win, you gotta keep winning, you gotta keep winning. You gotta win out the rest of the year. You gotta do it. And I'm very excited to see both teams and how they kind of end the season. Because let's figure it out, bro. Hey,
I hope we see you in the playoffs.
Hey, what's
right.
up, man? Hopefully we can make a little trip. Malik, man, you still owe me. You know what I'm saying? Well, just a little splash. Hey, little splash, you know. And a C.
That's right. That's right. That's right. We'll get it right.
You know,
We're gonna make it right.
We're
gonna make it playoff edition.
Hey, let's play off. You know,
for you, send it down to you. While you comfy watching us dominate the Ice Bowl, it's gonna be great.
And then next year, what? Next year we up in South Bend, right? Oh,
taking a visit. Just taking a visit.
That's a little trip for me. You know what I'm saying? Hit the Tesla, autopilot. We good. We good.
Hey, before I let you go, as long as you abide by the rules,
yes,
you can't come further south than Roosevelt Road. You can take all the Chicago kids north of Roosevelt. Leave everything south of Roosevelt.
Oh shoot! You know I'm going to East St. Louis, bro. That's where I'm headed, bro.
Oh no! That's the honey pot. You can't go to the honey pot.
You want to get the running back?
Hey, you gotta stay away from the honey pot.
We were in St. Louis and we were headed that way. We were going up for my daughter's soccer tournament. We were trying to figure out if there was a way that we could go see a game. They didn't play on that Friday night, but man, just to see what that program is doing, what they did to Simeon, holy cow! Shout out to what Illinois is putting out here, though. I got to give credit to the players.
It's a golden age.
It is. This is a different time here in Illinois, dog. I have not seen high school football as good as it is right now, bro. Mount Carmel is just crazy right now. I mean, even out by me, St. Charles East was ranked most of the year. I mean, like all these teams and the players coming out, like Trey Taylor going to Nebraska, like there's a bunch of dudes coming out where we need to be proud of the football that we have here in Illinois, and we're starting to see. I just got off the phone. I just talked to Mario Cristobal, man, just literally before I jumped on with y'all, and I was thinking about it. Like people are taking notice of coming here to Illinois and the Chicagoland area to get talent, And you couldn't say that. It was like picking here and there, where now there's a lot of talent here. So, and that's good for, Notre Dame, bro. This close to home. It's close to home. Only hard part is keeping them grades up to be able to play. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Which, hence the reason why your boy went down to the 305.
You still want to talk Justice Scott, boy? You bogus, boy. You bogus. You snuck us from behind on that one.
I'm gonna tell you what the deal was, dude. His mom saw me in the stands when she was walking to her seat, and she gave me a huge hug. She said, "I watch you every single morning on WGN. I love when you dance." So the older demographic, I already got them. You know what I'm saying? The moms, I got them already, bro. It's your boy, Malik. It's your boy.
So,
hey,
see, P, when I tried to share what really went down, people didn't believe me.
Yeah,
it came down to the mom, like literally.
Yeah.
Like,
mom.
It was NIL. I'm like, no.
No. It's about, at this day and age, what it actually is. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's having to understand that these young men are having to grow up a lot faster than we had to grow up. That Malik and I had to grow up in playing for these universities. They're making business decisions. They're getting, the money is crazy. They have agents already. It's a lot, and it's really showing the parents that I understand what you're looking for, but it comes down to the young man and what's best for him. Because guess what? Mom and dad aren't going to be there with him on the football field when he's practicing. They ain't going to be there when he's in study hall. They ain't going to be there. He's got to do that. He's got to grow up and be a man. And where does he feel comfortable at to be able to do that? And so that's kind of what it came down to. And, I'm here to be a vessel and help out as much as I can. I ain't pushing nobody to go anywhere. Just trying to tell them the real deal, because that's what I needed coming up. I lost my pops my freshman year when I probably needed him the most, and playing this game for 2 years just in high school right before that. Never picked up a blitz before going to Miami, like none of this stuff. And when I needed them the most, I didn't have them. So my goal right now is just to pay it forward to these young men, help them out any way that I can, and tell them what, they got to think about what's best for them. So, hey, love y'all too, man. Y'all two the best. Hey, y'all the best in the game, man. Nobody doing it like you guys. I'm just telling you right now. Dedicated, motivated, educated, all that. The best in the game.
Hey, Jared Payton, Lucky Lefty Podcast. Hey, I love you, bro.
Love you too, guys. I love both y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
All right. Peace. Hey, Lucky Lefty Podcast. We spin it different, baby. Go straight to the horse's mouth. Go get a Miami player. Like, yo, what's up? And he was honest about the assessment. He said flat out, hey, we gotta win. All that talking means nothing. We have to win. And I feel vindicated, bro. When I tried to tell people what went down with the Jets, I'm like, dude, nobody else has to connect to know what went down.
Yeah.
All
this other he got off the phone with Cristobal.
Like all this other fluff, like, oh, it was in NIL. I'm like, dude, I can literally tell you everything that happened. Yeah. Everything. But
that's that insider. Got that insider.
You want to believe other people that grab low-hanging fruit and throw it out there. Oh man, Lucky Lefty Podcast. Chicago. Hey man, let me toot my home. This is my city, dude.
That's right.
I don't let nobody come in. Not in this city. All information. Like
They gotta check in, man.
I might not know about Indiana. Might not know about Detroit, Michigan, Ohio. I'm Big X the plug here. That's all I'm saying. I'm done. I'm done. Lucky Lefty Podcast. Where were we before I let JP come in and talk? Finish your conversation up about the Miami thing so we can transition left.
No, we're good. We're definitely
good. Good on that. Mm-hmm. Lucky Lefty Podcast. Go over to FanDuel, FanDuel.com. You will find that Notre Dame has the 4th best odds to win the national championship. How about that, Miami
How about
fans,
that?
Texas Tech fans, BYU fans? BYU, you're at 25 plus 25,000 to win the national. No, plus 15,000
Long
to
way to
win the
go.
national championship.
Long way to go.
15,000. 15,000. Okay. How about them apples? Texas Tech plus 1,400. Notre Dame plus 900. Texas A&M plus 750. Indiana plus 500. Ohio State plus 190 to win the national championship. You can find that and much more over at FanDuel. FanDuel.com or download the FanDuel app. Let's get to some of these GTBs before we get to that film, Left. D-Mont, Mr. Food Lover, what are the top 5 must-have Thanksgiving side dishes? Okay, Left.
Gotta go mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a question. The new trend with people making the creams, the cheese sauce with the heavy whipped cream and melting the cheeses and butter, the roux, that's like a new thing, right? Because I've been seeing a lot of people do that. Yeah, because grandma and them didn't do that. They didn't do roux.
Man, the roux is where it's at, though.
No, grandma.
That's how you get the commercial. That's how you get the commercial.
It's just flat out
mac and cheese.
But see, that's a really good way to speed up the process. Grandma literally would melt the butter separately and would have the shredded cheese and immediately put the shredded cheese on the hot noodles when they were poured into the pan and melt it that way.
But you still baked it though, right?
Yeah, you still baked it, but there was no roux. It was just natural, just naturally allowing the cheeses to use the heat of the noodles to go ahead and, get into the noodles. So that's why I saw the new process of the roux, and I was like, okay. I never saw my mom do it.
Yeah,
I never saw my grandmother do it. Yeah.
Wow.
The roux is like a new thing. But it really speeds up the process, right? I saw
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
It's really good. Like I tell you, my brother always makes the mac and cheese. He doesn't do the roux. He does
okay. He does the whole way.
Yeah, my wife, when my daughter came home in October, my wife did a smoked Gouda mac and cheese.
Oh.
It's not as good as traditional in my opinion, but that smoky taste was I was like, yo, all right. Yeah, it was pretty deep. It was good. I was about to say decent, but it was better than decent. But go ahead. We got the mac and cheese. Got the mac and cheese.
Got this corn casserole.
Okay.
Gotta have some type of sweet yams, the candy yams.
Mm-hmm.
Yams in some form, preferably brown sugar.
With the cinnamon and nutmeg.
3.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep. That's 3. After that, I mean, it's really, subjective to who you ask. Now, me, I gotta throw a green in there somewhere. So I go to collards or the green bean casserole.
Your collards over mustard and turnips?
Yep. Collards over mustards and turnips.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go probably a special dish for the last one, either my oyster dish. You do the oyster and butter and the crackers. That was a traditional dish. Or I go the deviled egg side because that always tops the plate. You just throw a couple of deviled eggs on top. Now you can take the Instagram pictures. See what I'm saying? Because the bread's good, but the bread's there. That's like having water. What Jesus had, bread and water, that shit comes with it. You can't even count that. But because unless you're doing something with the Hawaiian rolls, because that's been more the new thing. People like to, get busy with that. But that 5th side dish has got to be like something special that you always make. The dressing, I feel like that goes with the turkey.
So that you combine the turkey and the dressing.
Yeah, it's turkey and dressing. Because who has turkey without?
Facts. Facts.
I mean, I've never been nowhere where you just had turkey and no dressing, no stuffing, no nothing.
Yeah, we're not talking stovetop stuffing either.
No.
No, we're not talking stovetop.
No. We got people that really take some time making it.
Really know how to do this thing.
That's right. So yeah, those are the three are a staple. That's what brings the whole meal together. The yams, the mac and cheese, and you know. But then you get the special dish, the oysters and crackers and butter. That's one thing. Or you go with the deviled eggs because that makes it great. You know.
Yep. All right, let's look at everybody else. New life stuffing, the sippy stuffing. Okay, Mick, I see you. Hot water cornbread with the collards. Now, my mother makes both. She actually does collards because really half of us love collards and the other half love mustard and turnips. She actually makes a big pot of both for Thanksgiving. See, that's when having a large family with differences comes into play and it benefits you. Like you get both because I'll still get like I'll still get a little something of the collards, even though I prefer the mustards and turnips. Let's see.
That's right.
Demont. Oh, all right. Sean said, Sean, that's not new. That's one of the 5 sauces in cooking. I know. I know what a roux is. I mean, yeah, I know what a roux is. I just had never seen the cheese roux. You know, that's not, as my boy Mario Dunlap says. Okay. What's up, Mario? That's not a Chicago thing, bro. Like, it's old. The mothers that sold the chicken dinners at the church, bro. They didn't have a cheese roux. I can promise you.
What wasn't no roux on that one?
No, man. Duke Life said that's my grandma's way. Absolutely. Sean Stewart said rolls or croissants. Straight up cornbread for us. Yeah, I don't. Oh yeah, no,
it was cornbread.
Homemade rolls. No, my grandmother does the homemade rolls though. She does.
Wow.
She does. Mick says E44 voice smoke Gouda. Player.
Okay.
Big time. Brian Hatton says I do smoke Gouda double cheddar in my Mac. Okay. So you do the mild cheddar and the extra sharp? Let me know, B.
Yep.
With that extra sharp, man, hits, slaps. Enigma has the green bean casserole you talked about. Sean Stewart said the scallop potatoes. I'm sure that's, maybe he meant scallop. B-Dub, can't forget the dressing. Okay, Brian had said at work he does the roux. At home he does grandma style. Said, thank you for the GTB. Don't forget the Brown Sugar Bakery caramel cake. Brown Sugar Bakery on 75th. Yes, sir. I know what you're talking about. Their caramel cake is.
You know, right?
Yeah. I have to think. I know exactly what it is. I know exactly what brown sugar is. Yes, sir. Brown sugar is right down the street. If I'm not mistaken, it's on the same side. No, it's on the opposite side of the street as Lim's Barbecue. You don't know anything about that, love. You don't know nothing about Lim's Barbecue. You don't know nothing about that. That's Brown Sugar Bakery is fire. Their caramel cake is famous. It is famous. It's a spot out there that does a cheesecake. They specialize in cheesecakes with double crust on the top and bottom. Left.
Matter of fact, top and bottom.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you the information. I found them like literally 2 days ago. You know that dude, LA Try Guy?
Yeah.
His YouTube page.
Wait, so you still discovering spots?
Dude, I'm coming out to LA like in 3 weeks to see Baby Girl.
Oh, okay. You guys SD takes over LA from the
I have to know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, dude, okay. So you know Tab's Kitchen that's blowing up right now. I was going to Tab's Kitchen when he was selling plates out of his truck.
Oh, back then.
Yeah, I found Tab's Kitchen right after COVID, dog.
Wow.
Now my daughter
Wow.
goes to him on Sundays because he has the short ribs and
Oh yeah, give me
oxtails
one
on
of them
Sundays.
on certain days. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I think she goes there on Wednesdays. That's his pasta day,
All right.
his
Wow.
pasta protein day. But no, I do. I'm on stuff before it gets big.
Yeah. Okay. Boy. Yeah. You like I've been there. You the been there guy.
Absolutely. Let's see. Noob Light says, "Do you like marshmallows on top of your yams, Lev?"
No, I can't. I can't do them. See, I can't have it too sweet. You know, that's a dessert.
See, you get that bucket of mini tips, boy. Yes, talk about it, baby. It's Lim's barbecue, man.
Your
You
mini
come to
tips.
Chicago, hey, come to Chicago, hit me up. If you feel like you don't want to go over there by yourself, hit Sean up. I'll meet you up there. We'll walk and stand in line at Lim's. We'll get you right. We'll get you like Josh Buffo said he has the mac and cheese. Lucky Lefty podcast. You ready for some film?
That's right.
Let's break down some of this film. Before we get started, just tell everybody what you feel like this offense needs to do as a whole, and then at the quarterback position to make that run into the college football playoffs.
What do we need to do? The transition phase, I really just think, forming that identity. I think a lot of it is about matchups and moments, right? So this is where I would really start rating CJ on if he really has it. Because it's one thing to have it versus Boston College, one thing to have it versus Pitt, but then there's another thing having it versus a Dante. Another thing having it versus Ohio State. So I think that comes through being in those moments and positioning yourself in those moments, which is what we're doing. I mean, we're finishing the season strong, and it's all about finishing with style, right? We want to go in feeling good, not getting by on ugly wins. And so I think Marcus Freeman is locked in on that. And unlike most teams going into the playoffs this year, we've been there before. How about that? Most teams don't talk about that. And we've won before, back-to-back weeks. Most teams have, certainly not more teams than us, can say that. So in Oregon, they ain't got past first round. They don't know what it's like. Texas A&M, they don't know what it's like. Indiana don't know what it's like. So that's our advantage in these playoffs, which makes us scarier. Hopefully, they don't try to put us on the same side of Ohio State, because that wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be fair. Let these other teams, go through the gauntlet like we went through the gauntlet. We're the only two teams that can say that. That's rare.
Yeah.
So while they cry about getting first round exits, invites, we know what the road and what it takes. So in terms of being ready, I don't think that we aren't ready. If anything, this is our redemption path. So I think Marcus Freeman keeps that in. We're hot right now. So we got the roadmap. We know what it looks like to get to where we need to be. And we're better in spots that we weren't before. Just play better than before. We should win. I mean, let's be serious. If he could just, we're not asking him to run the football or anything. Just be better in the spots where Riley just, like, you can't have 90-yard passing yards in a game. That's being better than in spots before. Even if we won that game, CJ, you can't have 90 passing yards ever in a playoff game. That's just to show that that's better than where we were before. And if that's the margin that we're climbing, and Jeremiah Love and Jadarian are running hot now, well, we can know he's not going to get 6 carries for sure. For sure. I don't care what game it is. He's not getting 6 carries in the playoffs. Then we're good. Now I feel like we're scoring with anybody. So, those are the things that we need to keep in mind. And then just stay healthy. Like, let's finish in the right way. We don't want to have, obviously you can't prevent it, but just play smart enough to know what we're trying to get to.
All right, Lucky Lefty Podcast. We have to start this film breakdown with you know who, okay? Your Heisman candidate, soon to be in New York. 0-0, first quarter, second drive for Notre Dame. They come back after the break. They play the promo of Tony Dorsett running for 300 yards on Notre Dame 30 years ago, and Tony Dorsett Day, and the Hall of Famers in the building, and they come back, and this is what happens. You can go ahead and break it down whenever you're ready, love.
It's just nice and easy. It's just a press quarters. Everybody's trying to fit the gap, and our player is better than their player. And he got to the second level, and don't let the first guy hit you with a good lure split you, and you end up splitting the goalpost in this one. So, it's just gap football. The safety's got both D gaps. We're running a pretty base front. We just do a double pull. Everybody walls off, hits their man, and you run it just how you draw it up. It's one-on-one versus the safety and nothing behind them, man. It was great to see. And that's the standard. If you get to look like this, you got the best back in America. He get the right blocks and he can hit the second level. He should do this all the time. So this is just a great team effort.
Now, was that a check by CJ? Was that a check by CJ? Because it seems like Jeremiah was trying to hear what he was saying. Because he told him to come to the right.
I think it's because CJ's right-handed, so every time he motions, he uses his right hand.
Okay, he eventually put
down it was like, yeah, that's one of those things where they talk about that in the those little tricks of the trade when they hear the NFL. I forgot who it was, but they were saying how you can confuse the back sometimes because you're so used to doing it with your dominant hand, but you got to do it same side because this is a whole. But yeah, he did that because he made a mistake. He should have did his left hand, but he right-handed guy. Anyway, great blocks, good job by our interior guys. The tight end does a good job walling off, and the hole is just there. And then this is where Jeremiah Smith wins the Heisman, is because he can make guys miss in space.
Ho. Jeremiah Love. Come on, man. I know you're Ohio dude.
What I say?
You said Jeremiah.
I said, I'm sorry, not Smith. I'm sorry.
It was a Freudian slip. Freudian slip.
But this is why the other four, for us, Jeremiah Love.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Makes a guy miss in space. And then but what makes it special is that he has the speed to finish. Like right here, this is 50 yards, and you're turning around. You got to get balance and then outrun the defense for 50 yards. That's what makes him special. And, that's backbreaking. If you can make a couple plays like that, that makes CJ's day a heck of a lot easier. And when you're like that, it just makes the offensive play calling a lot easier.
Yeah.
So when you talk about be creative, Denbrock's going to show you that play and say, what do you mean? We could be simple, run a simple counter and crib it.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and show one of the things that frustrated Notre Dame fans because it eventually showed up in the form of a pick six later in the game. But we're going to get to this screen game, which we saw it in abundance out the gate against Miami, and it was frustrating. It led to a big turnover that ended up being the difference in the game. And one more example here. First quarter, and let's just talk about this formation. Just talk about the formation right here before the motion. Will Paulin is going to motion up top. But this, to me, this formation and the motion leads to a tail. I'll let it run for you, Lev.
Yeah, so we motion the guy across 10 quarters right now. They give a hand signal. Everything's pretty standard. It looks like an 8-man box. Potentially. I mean, I like it. You have a clear lane, take a one-on-one on the outside, get what you can. I mean, this calling these plays because you're saying play.
Hold on. You
If
breaking
it's
up,
the
Left.
one opportunity.
You breaking up, Left.
Can you hear me?
You're starting to break up a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying this is just a one-on-one opportunity. Is this an extension of a handoff? You got Will Pauling versus safety instead of Jeremiah Price running up. I mean, Jadarian Price running up in that what could be a murky look. You know, he makes a guy miss it and splits it. Great. You wasted little brain cells doing it. You're just looking for a big play. This is a piece of getting your players the football. So in a game plan, you got to find spots to get guys warmed up, get guys the football that may not have touched it, may not be the primary.
Yeah, you breaking up. You're breaking up again, Left. Lucky Lefty podcast. Try to get Left's mic good. I'll go to a GTB question. Johnny 53, what's up with all the noise from the Big 12, Texas Tech and BYU? Man,
Can you hear me better?
Yeah, I got you now.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So I was just saying, you know, within a game plan, especially if he's not your primary target, this is a way to just get your best players to football. And with all the options that we have, you know, I'd rather just throw it to him in a one-on-one situation and try to scheme up a downfield play that may or may not hit. So it's just feeding your good players.
Now, I'm going to give you something that I think will work because Notre Dame has been throwing a lot of screens to the short side of the field. Like you said, you know, it's basically if he can make that one man miss, that's a big play. That's like a 7-8 yard play, right? So it's good play by the safety coming down for Pitt, making the tackle in space. But I think the counter to this, especially if teams are going to be looking at the tendencies of Notre Dame, is to, instead of this, from this formation, you don't have to motion anything. And then you basically can motion or wham action Eli Reardon across at the snap like he normally would, but he would be coming and being one of the lead blockers for a screen to the field for Will Pauling. It's a counter that you could do to go against what people might think you want to do. Like you could take Will Pauling across to see if it's zone or man and bring him back across. And then at the snap, just bring Eli Reardon across on wham action. And he's right there for the screen.
See the Bears start winning, and Ben Johnson just starts getting in SD's head, man. Just starts getting in.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. Look, later in the game,
it was a great point because, like you said, I mean, you talk about tendency breakers and just space in general, right?
Right.
Eli Reardon in space, you know, working with Will Pauling out there. I think a lot of it is because you throw the short side screen because the running back is on that side. So you still want to give some type of run action. And, you know, so I think, based on how we like to run that tight end wham action with the run, it marries to the screen to the short side. So we would have to essentially flip the run, you know what I mean, to run. It's talking about this play specifically. We would have to flip the run to run the screen to the field just because Denbrock likes to always put a run play with a screen. You know, there's screens that are just screens, and then there's run actions through screens, which he threw a pick on, which we'll talk about that.
Right.
But yeah, I think a lot of the reason why is because of the running backs play call or play action call in a sense.
Yeah.
it's an easier, quicker throw. They'll give you 1,000 reasons why, but you're right. Throwing screens both sides, it's what matters.
I mean, make them guess a little bit, just a little bit. Make them actually think which side is it going to, and have counters off of that. Lucky Lefty podcast. Now let's go to the big catch from MALIK Fields in the first half. The one-handed catch, spectacular. Had DK Metcalf with the stuck face on the sideline.
So now you can tell CJ's sensing some pressure. Because he's sensing some pressure, he's like, well, my guy is MALIK Fields on a guy that's outside leverage. His safety was flat-footed to the boundary, so I knew I had space as long as I didn't throw it to the middle of the field to give the opposite safety a chance. This is why CJ CARR is a better fit in what we needing to win this year as opposed to last year, because when teams get tired of us running the football, they drop the boundary safety in the box. For whatever reason, his corner's playing outside leverage. That's a bad mistake. And he's playing off. So that's a green light for CJ all day, who's, thinking quickest play, deepest throw, and good recognition and just good execution, keeping him away from the safety. You could tell he was going there from the start. He didn't care about nothing else. He said, "Oh, you gonna play off and outside, and your help is sitting in the box? Oh, I'm not
Now,
thinking
man,
this."
what I actually, this right here, because I love post snap rotation. I love what Pitt actually does here. I agree with you on the outside leverage. It's kind of a mistake, and it pretty much lets CJ know pre-snap where he's going with the ball. But I do like what they tried. They tried to confuse him post-snap right here, because you could tell, because you're thinking like cover 4. They bring the blitz.
I mean, it's a simulated pressure. They're getting 3D 4 under. The safety just doesn't rotate fast enough,
Mm-hmm.
And that's asking for a lot for a team that's trying to, like you said, disguise and show different stuff. But that's the difference between NFL and college. NFL guys making that track. And then CJ's timing is good. It's just a good play. Is what you give up as a defense and say, if we can live with it, if he gets there, and we got there.
Now, let's go to absolutely the very next play, bro. And it ends up being CJ CARR's first interception of the day. What's Pitt in right now? What are you seeing pre-snap?
This goes to my point of us not having a real passing game. We just don't have a real passing game. Like, you have explosive plays like the last play we just saw, but this is lack of a passing game here. You got a man side and a zone side. You just get an explosive play. So most likely they're going to play a little softer. That's just what you're thinking as a quarterback. They're going to play zone in this play. Now, give some credit to the Pitt safety. He played well. He made a play. Now, mind you, the man side to the boundary is a man concept because you have a corner and a drag underneath. Essentially, you're trying to create a pick and also get to depth. This is why details matter and why knowing your stem and knowing what the play is called for matters. So in this concept, I'm putting more emphasis on the corner route. I think it's Jordan Faison to the bottom because I think it's Will Pauling, maybe, whoever that is to the bottom in the slot, they shorten their route. So when they shorten their route, the safety doesn't respect it, keeps everything in front of him, and then he starts reading the quarterback's eyes, which, CJ had no chance of
I see what
seeing
you're
the
saying.
guy.
Yeah.
CJ had no chance of seeing the guy because CJ looking down the middle. You know, he's looking down the hash. So I can't, obviously we'll talk about that side, but just sticking to the point down below, because we didn't run the route to depth, and he's just running the runner route. The other guy gets paid NIL too. He's like, oh, this is BS. I'm not even going to treat this as he's going over here because the receiver's half-assing, and he's running the route in front of me. So now my eyes are just, I'm playing a robber position. So this is why give credit to Pitt in this particular play, because the kid made a heads-up play, but it was due to the fact that the player on his side didn't technically do all of his job, right? It's a 11-man sport for a reason. If he runs to depth and gets to and closes the space to the safety, now the safety can't be looking towards CJ and what's going on. You run it short, now he's like, I have nothing threatening me. I'm going to go play football. So that's an easy – he took a chance, but it was a good chance because, as you can tell right now, there's nothing happening. The outside receiver ran inside. So I really don't have anything to be threatened of, which is why a great passing game in a space like this, I wouldn't call that concept. That's a concept you call in the red zone, but whatever. He ends up robbing the throw, and then we got to talk about the zone side. Okay, well, you got a high-low situation with the drag and the dig behind the linebacker. CJ's throwing the dig behind the linebacker because he's greedy, right? That's his habit. He just threw a 40-yard pass the play before. He's going to try to throw it over the linebacker all day because that's his habit. Now, when he grows and, understands and all that, he'll probably throw it to the underneath guy, live, see another day, whatever. But you can't. You see even the tight end is softening up because he feels it, and it's just one of those things. CJ just got locked in. He thought he was reading it right, which in a sense he was, but guys got to do their job. I'm sure Mike Brown is going to get on that corner route and saying, if you get to depth and run the 12-yard route on the paper instead of the 8-yard route in front of him, he never robs it. So, CJ threw a pick, but it was a lot more involved, and it was a good play by the Pitt defender.
Let it roll. See the pick. Of course, they return it, get tackled. Notre Dame does a great job. Quick change, gets the ball back, but keeps him out of the end zone, shall I say. Look at it from end zone view. I on the TV copy, I immediately said, oh, Jordan Faison's wide open. I'm like, just get it to him on the run, and he's by that linebacker.
Yeah, but that's not CJ's mentality, which
you're right.
As he gets older, he's like, how many times he ain't hit Eli Raridon over the middle being greedy, and Tyler Horka, post a reclip every time. So, it's not. I'm not saying that's literal, but that's just the mindset, which is fine. We didn't have that last year, but that's just something in big games you got to be aware of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's the stuff in big games where it's like that can kill momentum because you not playing within the offense, which we can come up with a ton of excuses why it's not his fault, but that's just being honest.
Eli Raridon on the next drive. This is what I love about the moxie of CJ CARR and the confidence. The very next drive, what do you see here from Pitt? Once again,
Pitt runs their stuff. They run
their stuff.
Quarters, press man, that's our base. Deal with it.
And so as you run this, they bring Eli back in motion. They see it's a zone.
All right, now they blitz. CJ sees it. He's throwing away from the rotating safety down the seam. The boundary safety, he just plays flat-footed, so he gets the confidence that he can throw over his head. The sweet spot is 18 to 22 yards. He hits it on the money, throws it to a 6'9", 7-foot tight end. That's all day. You can live with that. That's a good read, good play. Another short side throw is comfortable for a young guy. It doesn't feel, in the game, it just feels so far. So it's just like, I don't want to risk it. Short side throws are always awesome because you're like, it gets there on time.
He actually has Will Paul in the slot as well.
That's what I'm saying. That right there, I'm just telling you, that feels like an extremely far throw.
Why? Just because perception?
Maybe.
Because, he has a big arm.
It's the exact same as how like NBA players can make everything in practice, but in the game, the basket just is like so small. Like you just like, damn, you make everything in practice, but you can't shoot in the game. It's the same. It's almost like that throw. Yeah, it's open, but think about the depth of the camera. This is all 22. Yeah, a lot of things look open, but on the field, you got how many guys around you? You know that he's not close to your receiver, but you think the ball traveling, is he fast enough to get there? But you're thinking, okay, Eli Rarian, I can get him to him now. I got the quick arm. So that's a confidence thing, and it's just Denbrock's going to preach to you. If it's all even, throw the boundary because it's shortest throw.
Literally, on this steal, everybody in the picture is open for Notre Dame. I don't even know what this defense is, bro.
Yeah, they're trying to hit home. They're trying to hit home. And those guys are just reading and reacting.
That's crazy. Yep. We said Pat Narduzzi was just that's a hell of a throw, though, coming off an interception. Gutsy.
But once again,
Gutsy is his personality, though. Gutsy is his personality.
Thinking deep. He's not thinking no short. So you're going to have to live and die. He's going to throw this, and then he's going to throw the pick, and he's going to throw another deep pass. It's like, that's his game. So, we're not developing a passing game this way necessarily, a traditional one, but that's it. It fits. That's his personality. That's Denbrock's personality. That's what we do.
Yeah. That's one of his best throws of the day. Like you said, he put it on the money. He put it on the money.
Yeah, when you're 6'9", 6'10", it's easy not to overthrow,
Man, that cat Eli Rarian gets taller every week.
It seems like it.
Right here on the Lucky Lefty podcast. Oh, man. So we've covered just about everything. But I want to go to a series of plays that frustrated Left to no end. Notre Dame gets the ball third quarter, really with a chance to put it away. And
the first problem is spacing. So they're trying to run a pick concept because of the fact it's man. And, I get it, but Eli Rarian is 6'11", 330 pounds. For the chat and the audience watching, do you think it would be smarter for him to play box out basketball, just box out a defender, run vertical, be physical with a linebacker or a safety? Or do you think it's smarter to use your 6'11", 7-foot, 300-pound tight end to use his speed to run horizontally to the end zone away from a smaller defender? I just think that just doesn't make sense conceptually. If that was Jordan Faison running this same route, that makes sense. That makes sense, ladies and gentlemen, because Jordan Faison, his best ability is speed. So you can use picks to run him fast to the pylon. Eli Rarian is 7'3", 320 pounds. I'm posting guys up. I'm never running. I'm not running away from anybody. Why is he running away from anybody? That's the first disaster when it comes to calling his play. The second thing, the spacing. If you know it's man and you know you're trying to run a rub route and you know you're trying to run this tight end wiggle thing motion and you know he runs under a 4.8, you please squeeze the formation down so that the number 7 can't split it. I mean, my goodness, guys, what's the point of running a rub that far away? So who is that? Faison should be splitting the difference between the hash and the left and the right tackle. He should be like where the B or the U is. It's man. Clearly, they're not switching off because they're staring in their eyes. So that way, if you squeeze down, now 7 has to play over the top. Instead, there's a gaping hole right for 7 to run and defend it, which is like whatever. So this is all before we get to the snap. Then we get to the snap. Once again, before we snap the ball, we are on the 1 yard line, by the way, with the best.
No, the half-yard line, not the
We
one.
We are on the half yard
line
with debatably the best running back in the country. By the way, not in the state, not in the stadium, not on the team, in the country. Like you can't find one or two backs better. On top of that, you have not one, but 2 7'5" tight ends attached to the line of scrimmage, on top of the offensive line and everything else. And you decide to go horizontal. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy because what is that saying about the confidence you have on the half-yard line? The other thing that's crazy, guys, we're receiving the snap at the 5-yard line when the ball is on the half-yard line. This is not making sense. This is not, guys, Pitt's linebackers are 4 or 5 yards from the line on the half-yard line. So right now in this still picture, you have 4 teeny tiny D linemen for Pitt with their backup 5 yards behind them in the end zone. They're in no man's land. You got Jeremiah Love next to you. You got 2 7'3" tight ends, and you're running horizontally. This is bad football. Now we get to the snap. So we catch the ball 5 yards in the backfield. Now we run inside on the side. It's crazy. The play happens too fast for you to call this as your best play on the half-yard line. That's the first problem. The second problem, Eli Raridon is slow as dirt. Now you talk about why don't we run screens to the field? That's a great question, SD, because in fact, we run our fast speed plays to our slowest guys to the field. Doesn't make sense. Eli Raridon, if anything, let him run.
Wait. I never peeped this. Whoa. I want you to watch the position that Jordan Faison is in. He's in perfect position to make this man run through him.
Why are we using him to set
I
picks
agree with you. I agree with you.
for
It
the
should
bigger guy?
it should be rare than setting the pick for him.
I don't blame Faison. I'm looking at this like you want me to set a pick for a bigger dude?
He was really just running the route, and it looked like he moved out
Conversely,
of the way.
If you're gonna do this play,
I know he didn't move out of the way.
We need to run it would be smarter to do this same play to the boundary, because then he doesn't have to run far. He doesn't have to run fast. And you can throw it to where he has to run through his 6'9" body. Instead, you said, hey, let's see how fast you are against a safety with no technique. Eli Reardon, do you not know that we're technically setting a pick for you? Don't you think by closing the gap, it would help the defender to get behind you? You're just running. It's like we put our least athletic guys on the most athletic plays. I'd rather have Jeremiah Love run fast to the flat than ever have Eli Reardon run space. That's just a silly play call. Okay, now we keep talking about the play.
So
now
basically, what you're saying is you can just use Eli right here at the end of the line and let him set the screen for Jeremiah to the flat on the linebacker inside.
Anybody run it to the field except him. Like, that's just the silly, out of all these options we got, that's the silliest play call of all time for this situation.
Yeah.
Even so silly that the same play would have been better if we ran it to the boundary. That way you're not having Eli think, I have to outrun people. I can play it slow and he just throw it to the body, I fall in the end zone. That's just a smarter thing to do. Now, we talked about this for weeks. I hate with a passion CJ CARR rolling to his
right.
Rolling to the field.
Yeah.
On short yardage because of a couple things. He is not ever going to say, hey, I'm just going to run in these situations. I'm just going to pick it up with my legs. He has shown through history and time, and this is a discredit to our coaching staff for not adjusting. He's not a playmaker in this sense, guys. The options on rollout is throw or run. He ain't running. So you're putting him in a bad position already. All he's going to do is keep fading. We've seen it in Miami. We've seen it in Texas A&M. We've seen it every week. All he's going to do is keep fading. So you're giving him half of the field, and he's not a run threat. So you're literally giving him one option. And on top of that, he's running to it. You're targeting the smallest part of the end zone, which is the corner of the end zone, the front pylon. And he's getting pressure as he's running. They're getting pressure upfield as he's fading away. This is a fadeaway jump. This is like taking a fadeaway at the free throw line.
Now,
No. This is like doing a 360 layup in open space. For what? It's like why? This is not a terrible design. Okay, now even on top of that, okay, CJ, you don't like that we didn't get a good rub with Eli Reardon.
But this right
His
here,
next throw is the back in the end zone of MALIK Fields.
That's wide open.
Because in practice, he hits Eli all the time. He's not even in position to look to the back of the end zone.
Malik's wide open.
He hasn't thrown it one time in practice at all. I guarantee it. He's not even looking for it. So this is a disaster play call. Once again, we shouldn't even be doing this. Why is Eli Reardon touching the football with Jeremiah Love and MALIK Fields on the half or yard line? It's just beyond me. You know, maybe this was the Eli Reardon game, but this is also a crucial point to why identity is so important. If we had identity, we're handing the ball off. We do all that cute stuff later. This is a call that I guarantee you nobody was sitting in that. I hope we're not sitting in that coach's office like, hey, if we get in short yardage on the 1, let's keep rolling out. Not only let's keep rolling out, let's give the ball to the 6 man on the bench. That'll fool them. Instead of thinking, how can we develop power eye situations? There's just so many examples of teams in short yardage picking up the short yardage easily with simple plays. Middle school football, you can get away with rolling to the field on short yardage because, it's slow. But
they did it a lot last year. You made a great point, Left. They did it a lot last year, and maybe they're banking on last year's success. But like you said, you had a running threat.
Yeah, you giving him half the field. This is why I'm like, I'd rather CJ drop back since we already 5 yards behind the line. Like that's still silly. We might as well drop back and run a regular play. That way he has 4 options. You give him Eli Raritan running to the flat. That's insane. He has, and then you got to look. He can't really see when he's rolling like that. He can't because he's fading away. He's got a. It's just ugly. It's just ugly. It's ugly. I don't like it, and I don't know how many times we got to keep watching this. It's not like this is the first time we've done this in short yardage, or done this when the game was like, could have been put away. You telling me that this is a better option than putting Jadarian Price and Jeremiah Love in at the same time? Or better than going under center? Or better than running a regular play? The only person, if we go to the beginning of the snap, the only person anywhere near the back of the end zone is ref. This is what I'm talking about, space. Use the space of the end zone. Why are we not having guys run? I don't know, man. We make it hard. It needs to be clear. This is not good football.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be your most frustrating clip. The way you talked about it. Even more frustrating than this right here. Unfortunately, this made it a 28-9 game. And
we're throwing a screen. CJ's got to find lanes. They were fortunate to be blitzing into it. CJ just got to find a lane. It's another just good play by the defense. You just got to find a lane. You know what I mean? So chalk it up to a good call. Heady play by the defender. One of those things.
Yeah, I just, once again, man, that short field screen is just, I'm like, bro, teams are starting to catch on to certain things. And like I said, bro, right now, I would just throw the ball down into the slot. That's just,
yeah, it would. You can do that. You can do that if you're under center. Doing that.
Okay, why can't you do it in shotgun? I mean, shouldn't that just
do it
be
in shotgun because it's a farther throw, and the defense can react. He doesn't have anybody blocking him.
Got you.
If you're under center, it can happen faster, and he has a better chance of doing something 10 yards away than to take a pass from 8 yards away. It's like fools you. Now, if he's under center, that's just a check, throw it to you. You better get over there. Even if he under center and ran like a 3-yard bubble, just you're winning. But that's the advantage of going under center.
Yeah. So we roll it. It's actually set up. Hey, if CJ finds a lane, real talk. The setup is crazy.
CJ's not running.
I'm saying if he I'm saying if he sees the guy blitzing it, like gets him up in the air and then is able to get the ball to Micah Gilbert, bro, look at this blocking. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys going out to block 2 defensive backs. That's probably a touchdown. If not, if he finds a way to get it to him, they have the numbers, So, like you said, you chalk it up to a really good call. They got lucky on the call, and then Biles just made an extremely heady and athletic play. Extremely athletic and heady play. Pick 6. And you can see on the motion, so the motion actually triggers. I'm going to go back to the beginning because the motion actually triggers something. They must have, because Biles is in the box. The motion triggers, they shift. So he probably was going to blitz inside on this play.
Yeah, he was blitzing anyway. It was just it was just a good call.
Yeah.
CJ just got to find a lane to throw, because if he throws around the defense, hypothetically, we should have a good play,
Yeah.
Because you would be replacing the blitzing guy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, that's one of those 50-50 calls that they made a better play than you.
They made good call, great play.
Yeah.
Good call, great play. Lucky Lefty podcast. So we talked about Matt Sieg, the young man that is on campus. 4-star athlete, Fort Cherry High School. Kid plays quarterback, safety, running back, wide receiver. Look, the young man does it all. He's currently committed to Penn State University and Penn State, Notre Dame, Indiana, Alabama, Virginia Tech is probably now in the mix. He visited Indiana October the 17th. He visited Pitt this weekend and got to see the Fighting Irish again in person. And he's on campus now for 2 days. I'm trying to find his ranking real quick, Left. There we go. 4-star, ranked 174th nationally, the 15th best safety, and the 4th best player in Pennsylvania. Notre Dame already has 2 of the top 3 players in Pennsylvania in the class. So why not go snatch another top 5 player from the state of Pennsylvania? But this young man, Left, when you watch his film, you really see somebody that is this is the safety position. This is how you start off film. As I said before, reportedly he runs low 4.4, high 4.3. He's just loafing at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like,
I mean,
like I said, this would be cherry on top. I mean, dude. I mean,
yeah,
okay.
I mean,
if he wants to come and play nickel,
he add to the see. You know what? He'd add to the DEI conversation. He'd be a great diversity, equity, inclusion. Piece to the secondary.
That's
Mike Mickens. Expanding his portfolio and being accepting.
Left.
That was our response to the DEI guy. You know what I mean?
Okay. You're trolling now. Okay. Yeah, I get it. My fault. You're trolling. You're having fun. Go ahead. Have fun. Go ahead. For those of you that might not have been on that show and might not understand the inside joke, he's trolling. He's trolling a particular person. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, good addition. I mean, we got guys playing good right now. So, like he said, I mean, his film looks good. I mean, shoot, if Mike Miggins approves, then you're probably on your way. So,
as long as they are, with his speed, they have to be looking at him as like nickel. Because they're so
He's
long
big.
at safety.
He runs like he's big. He don't run like a quick dude, you know.
No. Oh, we got some special teams for you. All right, let's see what you got for us, Max Sieg.
Yeah, he just, you know.
He's playing some small dudes too.
Yeah,
I mean, you can say it. You can say it.
You can only ball versus who you're going against, so whatever.
But like you said, if Mike Mickens brings him in for an official visit,
I trust Mike Mickens over what I'm looking at. I'll put it like that.
he holds like multiple state records, all-time records for like touchdowns.
What state's he from?
Rushes up Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you know. Wait. Is this this is not the one Pennsylvania running back that's like all-time great.
No.
That got like no offers, but he got every record and some.
No, that's not him. No, this kid has offers from just about everybody, bro. I mean, Penn State.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, the kid got
Indiana, USC,
whatever.
Nebraska, Missouri.
Yeah. If he goes to Notre Dame, he'll be a nice piece. He'll fit in just good, you know, make some impact.
But I think he's just a really good athlete. I think Mike Mickens sees him. I'll keep it a buck. I think his decision comes down to a real conversation. If I'm Matt Sieg's representation and family, I'm having a real conversation about the defensive back room. How are you going to use me, right? You have Ethan Long and, dude, first of all, your two safeties are coming back next year. Your next two safeties are waiting in line. Shout out to Kennedy Urlacher, who had a hell of a game for USC against Iowa. I think he had like 6 tackles. Yeah, STEMI package. You said Notre Dame is passing out STEMIs all across college football. It was really good to see Kennedy Urlacher playing. But yeah, I think a conversation is had. He has the speed to play nickel and to kind of be like a Luke Talich in a sense. Be that third.
He reminds more of a Drew Tranquil because he's kind of big. And he kind of he's just a football player, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If we play him in the right spot, he may be something. But he's not a twitchy athlete. You know, he's just a good football player. So, you know, maybe we'll find something to do if he comes to Notre Dame. But like you said, it's just a waiting line right now at the secondary. I mean, we won't know what he's really like until he gets in the room with those other guys and how he competes. And so it's a wait and see regardless of how good he is right now. You know, it's because you going to be better than Tay Johnson or Briante Johnson or Talek, who's, regardless of what you say, Talek productive.
He balls. He makes plays.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just can't count him out just because he's just always going to make a play. He's always going to be involved. So the only reason why he's not playing because he's just not specially talented, which is crazy to say. I mean, Tay Johnson just got it right now. He's just hot. So, you know, everyday safety, Talek is a starter. Until you just play a special guy like Tay Johnson who became special. Like,
yeah,
I'm sure the staff thought he was good, but they ain't know. I mean, he probably didn't know he was gonna do this. Well, but any other team, Talek is a starter. That's why it's like with this kid, it's like, okay, are you better than Talek? No. But who knows? Shit.
Lucky Lefty podcast. So Marcus Freeman talked to the media and gave a quick snippet into what they expect from Syracuse, despite starting a lacrosse player at quarterback.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Syracuse coming off a bye week. You know, I think as you look at their season, they're decimated with injuries. Their record, I really I don't think it reflects the culture of that team. And, you know, I've gotten to know Fran just through a couple award shows or things that we were at. And, you know, got a lot of respect for him and how he leads, you know, and to go 10-3 in your first year. You know, and they started this year 3-1 before a lot of major injuries. You know, obviously Steve Angeli, but a lot of others. And so he's a competitive guy that I'm sure his team is molded after, and they'll be ready to play their best on Saturday, and so do we. And so looking forward to the opportunity.
Yeah. Marcus Freeman's biggest job is to keep his team focused. It's senior day. You're probably going to see some veterans get early snaps, opportunities. If Kenny Minchie's not in the game in the third quarter, something's wrong on Saturday. Flat out. If Kenny Minchie doesn't see the field sometime in the third quarter against this team, something's wrong. Something's not going right. Halsey03. What would the ACC be if Indy left their agreement for the Big 12? First of all, the Big 12 has money problems. Notre Dame would never leave. As bad as the teams or programs might be on the field in the ACC, they're in a much better financial situation as far as a TV contract than the Big 12, who literally was looking for private equity money in the offseason. Like, I understand that you might look at someone might look at the teams in the Big 12 and say, oh, it's a better team. Yo, KG said it. Like, the national perception of the ACC is not the best, but it's not a football move, Hasi. What do you do with the Big 12 as far as women's basketball, men's basketball? I don't think it's beneficial. I don't think it would be beneficial. We can see Joey Maguire in the playoff. That's what I'm hoping. Jay Grizz, bear down. You see that? You see him sitting on the log. You see his avatar, don't you, Left? You see that?
Yeah.
You see that? Any word of Jags might make it back for the CFP when we get in. Dude, everybody is sitting up saying what they say until Marcus Freeman steps to the mic and says he's not, because it was Marcus Freeman that started all of this when he stepped to the microphone of the presser and said, we expect to have Charles Jagasaw, or we look forward to getting Charles Jagasaw back. And this is after whatever procedure he had. So Lucky Lefty Podcast. Anything else on the way out? Tomorrow, look, we might talk Notre Dame and some more recruiting tomorrow, bro. Honest, Notre Dame fans, there's really nothing. I mean, what do you want us to tell you about Syracuse? The Steve Angeli angle is not there. They're starting a third-string quarterback. They have injuries all over the place. One of the kids that almost committed at linebacker, Antoine Delorier from out of Georgia, I think he's going to be injured for the game, or he's out for the game. Yeah. Oh, I will say this. Notre Dame fans, relax, man. Like, I've seen people like, man, when did they start this 10:30 p.m. game? It's been going on for the last 10 years. There's always been a 9:30 and a 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time game coming from the West Coast. Like, you can't keep West Coast teams from playing at night. You just happen to be on the opposite coast. And yes, you're
It's
going
7:30 over here for me.
Exactly. It's like perfect time for you, Lev. Like people are like really upset. And I'm like, bro, I get it. I get it. And if it was a huge game against a huge opponent, the vitriol would be well worth it. But it's one game. It's the last game. Watch the first half or tape it or do whatever you have to do. It's really not that serious. No one is punishing Notre Dame. No one is trying to punish the Notre Dame fan base by allowing a West Coast team that probably won't draw to get a big time opponent in Notre Dame at night, which might draw more fans. That's all I have to say about it. I agree with you, Sid Iris. There's no travel to next week. They're off while everybody else plays. Like, yeah, man. Lucky Lefty podcast. So we'll put together some good stuff for you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I can have an update on Matt Sieg and some other people from the 26th. Notre Dame made the top 10 they made the top 10, but Notre Dame's really in the top 2 for 4-star defensive tackle Devin Robertson out of Mississippi. And they made the top 10 for 4-star wide receiver. I don't want to mispronounce his name. Give me a second, guys. ZAIRE. I was about to call him Zeke. I'm glad I checked it. ZAIRE Sidney. He announced his top 5 schools: Arizona State, Washington, Notre Dame, USC, and Oklahoma. That's the 27 wide receiver out of Arizona. And they put out a new tight end offer today. I'll get some more information. I'll try to talk to that kid and get some more information for you guys for tomorrow. All right. So for Left SD2 Mics, have a great rest of your Tuesday, but most of all, love on each other and continue to make sure you spin it different.